give me a moment. So hope my Intune tenant is visible for everyone.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So the first thing is like you need to browse through the intune.microsoft.com, which is the new Intune admin center URL. So by navigating to the URL, you will have this various like controls and setting based on the access. You can also able to see all those status at one place. Even you don't have the access, you won't be able to find out all the details. So the first part is navigate to check the Intune service release version. So how you can check which version you are currently running, your Intune tenant. So firstly, you need to navigate to the tenant administration, and clicking upon the tenant status, you will get there are like various tabs. So inside the tenant detail, you will able to find out your service release version. So is it currently 2306? So which is most recent update. Also you can see like there is hyperlink over it. So as soon as you will click over it, this will navigate you to the what's new Intune release page. This is basically the Microsoft page where like Microsoft is keep updating what are the feature is coming with this recent release. So this is the another like advantage of this. And now let's back to that like what are the features, and let's get explored. So firstly, the most exciting things is like the troubleshooting blade. The troubleshooting blade is now available in the GA. So earlier it was part of the preview, so you need to basically opt for the public preview and you can able to explore all the details. So this is currently available as a like a GA, so you don't need to opt. You can directly navigate to this portal. So this is the most recent update. And the another one more update was like related to the report enhancement. So in case you have assigned like roles to the users and wanted to have a quick look what are the like roles and the permission user is get assigned. So you can simply here by navigating to troubleshooting blade, you can simply select the user, any of the user whom you want to check the status. So for example, here I selected my name, and under it I will get those roles and scope. So while clicking on the link, you will get all the details about the role name, what are the role is user is assigned. For example, you can see I'm assigned with the global administrator, and as well as I have this labs operator custom role. So this role assignment is where it is comes from. So you can also able to check it out like in the role assignment column. Like for example, this is the direct role and this is the custom role, and made it available via the group. So here you can see the group name as well. And the another part is the source, like from where it is coming. Is it from the Azure AD or the Intune? So you can also able to find out this detail. And the another part is the type. There are like around 10 to 12 built-in rules is available in the Intune. So if you will get assigned the built-in role, this will appear as a built-in role type and custom role type, which is the RBAC based on the requirement and all. So this is the one another things. And the next part is like I want to quickly show you about the Microsoft Store for Business Retirement. So starting with this release, the part of the update, you can also see a banner message like it is showing indicating the Microsoft Store for Business apps are no longer being enforced or soon be deleted. So is it the like part of the phase-wise process? So based on that, part of the June update, Microsoft is like starting with this banner image, so you will able to find out this. So that means like Intune will going to stop enforcing online and the offline update all those things. And as soon as you will navigate to the apps, like for example, I'm navigating to the Windows apps, and maybe here I try to find out the application type legacy. So for example, the 3D viewer. So here you can see once I will click on the 3D viewer tab, I will get this message like the Microsoft Store for Business apps are no longer being enforced. So this is like kind of like warning messages, as the plan of like retirement is already in the stage wise. So on the June basically this is going to happen, and for the next update part of the September, it will be maybe removed completely from your tenant or some other update we might receive. So the next part is to check like the update which I shown to you related to the security control. So let me navigate to the portal, and here you can see the application control policies, endpoint security. So is it currently on the public preview? So while clicking upon the application control, you will able to find out there are different tabs over it. One is the application control and the another is the manage installer. So the application control, you will be able to configure the policies, but before proceeding to create the policy, you need to have this several prerequisites that you must need to follow. So that you can also check it out from the post, or like will be also coming out in the few days. So we will have some more details like what are the things you need to cover. So for example, you can see here like test policy. Here basically you need to provide the configuration data in terms of the XML format. So once you have this XML data, and you also have this built-in control option, so you can able to use the various option inside it, and based on that you can proceed to create the policies and have the control over that application of that your Windows devices is using. So this is basically the like prerequisites and the requirement you need to cover before proceeding to the next step. So I'm not going to cover for now, but I'm just providing you insight like what exactly it has come. And the next part is the manage installer. So this is the another like added feature in terms of the application control. So as soon as you will click over the add button, you can see like what exactly the role and the things you can able to while adding the manage installer. So basically it is like after you enable a manage installer, all the application you deploy to the Windows devices will be marked as a manage installer app with a tagline. So it will be appear as a like it is kind of like a manage installer tag. So you can able to find out later like whether this installer is get deployed as part of the application control policy or not. So this maybe we can provide some more detail or insights about it later. And the another part is like most recent update you might have seen like there is one more exciting feature which is like on-demand remediation for the Windows devices. So to run this remote action, you just need to navigate to the Windows devices platform, and you can able to find out all the device details. For example, I am selecting one of the devices. Maybe let's check with this device, and under it you will able to find out like various remote control options. So these are the control option is specific for the Windows devices, and as soon as you will click on the more button, you can able to find out a run remediation preview action. So this will basically allow you to quickly run the remediation on the particular single devices without like waiting a period of time and wait for it. So as soon as I will click over it, here it will present me with the sets of like remediation which is already available in our tenant, and based on that we can able to select the script package name. For example, I'm selecting this package, and you can also able to find out the details of the script package, what exactly it contains, by simply clicking on the view detail. So as soon as I will click on the view detail, it will prompt me with this script package detail, and inside it I will find out two tabs. One is the script tab and another is the properties tab. So script tab is basically containing the detection script and the remediation script which I used earlier, and inside as properties you can able to validate what are the settings it was configured before. So based on that you can quickly trigger that run remediation if required, and also you can have this report to check it out. The more like debatable or the like the topic here is like when you will click on the button, you can see there is a message over it, and it is asking you, so when it is becomes available, it may require a additional cost or the licensing option to include. This is the another like it to confirm or awaited thing. So what exactly the Microsoft approach will be going once this will be in the GA. So you can start testing. This is still in the preview, and keep update with the all the feedback. And apart from that, like most of the features like you might have seen which is already part of the GA, like the mobile device diagnostics and all the information, so which won't be possible for now to quickly like cover up from the console, but maybe we can have some detailed guide over it. And there are also like a couple of sets of policies like in terms of the configuration policies. So when you will click on the configuration policies or the setting catalog, you may able to find out there are like various new update which come up in terms of the basically the iOS and the macOS platform. For example, I'm selecting the macOS platform. So what's new up. So as soon as you will click on the add setting, you will able to find out all the listed setting policies inside the setting picker, and here you can able to find out what's like based on that documentation or the details what exactly the new features comes up. For example, there is like a recent enhancement in terms of the authentication. So Microsoft is providing like basically the registration token and all the detail which is coming up for the iOS and the macOS platform. And the another is like the Fall Wallet. So Fall Wallet is basically used for the macOS and encryption like BitLocker we used to do with the Windows. So we can also able to find out some more policies and the features. So let me quickly check if I'm able to access it or not. So I think this may not be updated or like available for now. So maybe we will cover all the update, and we also have the like Mac coverage is ongoing, which is doing by the Asus and the Narain, which is most focused on that Mac part. So you can also check it out all the blog posts and things what exactly coming up in terms of the macOS. So this is all about that like Intune feature and the new update what comes up in the part of the June update.